What I'm going to show you today is how to use the Align tools to turn a sphere into a cube. First, we're going to need a sphere, and we're going to create a 16-sided sphere by going to Standard Primitives, which is the Creates tab, the little sun, selecting Sphere. And what I want to do is I want to keep grids on, and if they're off for some reason, you can hit G to toggle them on and off. And I'm going to create a sphere. And when I create it, I want to make sure that I'm working with 16 segments for this exercise. So I'm going to type 16 in here, and let's put Z to center it. And then I'm just going to center it and in the grid, just because I'm going to use the grid as a guide. So I'm going to turn to Select Object and Move, and then just type 0 for these fields here, and then I'll put it right in the middle for me. So obviously we know that a cube has all the sides are the same. So what I'm going to do first is I need to make it so I can edit the shape. So I'm going to right click and say Convert to Editable Poly. Right? So now in the Modify window I have a lot more options, and I'm going to be working with by selecting vertices, so I'm going to click on that. Now, what I want to do is I want to start flattening these sides. Again, this is one, I can't say this enough. Keep your viewports consistent. You know, I have back, top, and left as my 3 views here, and I keep them there so there's no confusion, and then I keep the lower right in perspective so I can look around my end result. So let's start by flattening out the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag and select all these up here. And I'm going to move over here. You got to be under Graphite Modeling Tools. And under Align, you have 2 options. You can use Make Planar, or you can use Align to View. When you use Align to View, you need to make sure you're on the correct viewport. You need to be looking directly at it. So since I want to make this flat, looking directly at it would be in this top view right here. So if I go to Align to View here, you can see that in the other viewports that it makes it perfectly flat. Other thing you can do is just go to Make Planar, and that seems to just average all those and flatten them out. So as you can see, that's a good start. I'm going to select the lower half and do the exact same thing. And then I'm going to take this side, flatten it out, and I'm going to take this side and flatten it out. And you say I got a good start going here. And I'm going to take this one here, flatten it out. And I'm kind of being consistent with how many points I'm selecting at once. And as you can see, I am very near done. I mean, I could go in and spread these out a little bit more, but that's the gist of it. Again, remember when using the alignment tool, if you're using it to view, you got to make sure you're on the right one. If I back up here, let's say I'm looking at this one instead of the top one where I should be, and go to Align to View, you can see that it doesn't give me the result that I'm looking for. So just be sure, Make Planar tends to be a great way to averages, especially when doing something as straightforward as converting a sphere into a cube. But when you're using the Align to View, make sure you're looking at the right viewport.